to sit on this side here. Move back. Right, Masha and Mark's team, can you guys come back up? Okay guys, just a quick note. I'll let you use your laptops. Remember, this is supposed to be a spontaneous debate. I'm trying to simulate a little bit. It's different because it's not based on a literary extract from a book you read, but I'm trying to simulate the time and preparation you have for your individual oral, which we're going to be doing in a few weeks. So the idea is that you're getting up, you're giving your speech based on your notes for 1.5 minutes. We'll move pretty quickly, and then we'll take a pause for person 6, and you'll work as a team to develop questions to attack the other team, and that will be the question-answer interactive piece. Okay, and then we'll finish with the conclusions. A couple of things I just want to draw your attention to. Your written task is due today. However, if you want to go to the writing center or come during office hours, the writing center's in the library, I'll be here as well. You can turn it in at the end of the day. Okay, so your written task should be your global issues. The debate is also related to global issues. Your debate reflection is due in the next class. So I'll send you the video. I'm recording it right now. Okay. The next thing is on Monday you have a test. Paper 2. It will be on a global issue that one of you talked about. I'll probably try to link it to this debate. So maybe it'd be an unseen text related to drugs, kind of to simulate what paper 2 is like. Okay. So it's kind of boom, boom, boom. Written task, debate, test. So we're covering all of those.
It was like a free writing, right? Like either diary or blog.
No, so the test.
Yeah.
The test will be reading. It'll be an unseen text that you've never seen, but it'll be related to the global issue that we talked about in class. I'll try to link it to this debate so that way you have some familiarity with it. Okay? So that's just, we're doing a lot of assessment between the marking periods coming up, and then we're going to go straight into your individual oral preparation. So we've got just about 38 minutes here. So I'm going to be in the back taking notes. You can ignore me. Actually, also, actually. So let's go ahead and start with the no team. Should drugs be legalized or decriminalized? The no team. So I'll invite the introductory speech to come up. And we'll go back and forth between each team.
Okay. The first drug in the whole history was the opium poppy, which used for the medical issues in 4th century. Since then, lots of new types of drug have been made as the time goes and as the consumption is getting higher. Iran, which is one of the countries that the drugs are highly illegal and people can be executed because of drug usage, with a 2.8% of population addicted to drug, has one of the highest rate of drug addiction in the world. This shows that the even if the drugs are illegal, people are smoking or using them with high rates. And if we make it even legal, this number is going to get even higher. There were 4,359 deaths related to drug poisoning in England and Wales in 2018. one of the highest numbers. This shows that the people has capacity of using drugs, and they have the mentality to say yes to using drugs in all around the world. And maybe some of them can't buy them because it's illegal. But if you make it illegal, even the people who can't afford to buy it, or because of high price in black market, or other reasons, with being legal, the price are going to drop because it's going to be easier to import it to country. So the people who cannot afford them are going to be able to afford, and the drug usage is going to go high. The smaller drugs can be a gateway to more addictive and powerful drugs. And this legalizing drugs, the amount of usage will go higher, and the age of usage will drop even more. So right now, in most of the high schools, most of the universities, people are smoking cannabis, and even in the countries which it's illegal. But if you legal them, this age is going to drop because everyone is going to be able to buy from the markets and other places which they sell drugs. I want to show you a graph which shows that in Canada, which like there is a in Canada, the country which will legalize using weed, the amount of people who is smoking weed is getting more and more. This is the one of the supportment that it's supporting my effect. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mohammed. Okay, let's go on to person 1 and 2 from the other team. Kara? Okay, whenever you're ready.
My position is legalizing, should drugs be legalized? Yes, they should. However, the reason for this is some benefits for legalizing is 1, it eliminates the illegal black market. 2, it can help with health. For the decriminalization, it also, again, like it says, you can reduce the black market, and you can also reduce legal penalties. What the other team said about drugs not being legal is that it would increase the amount of people usage. Actually, that is not true. There's been proof throughout different countries where they have either mostly decriminalized drugs, and it has decreased the amount of usage of drug usage. So, for example, in Portugal, since they have like a strict rule of no drugs, they were able to decriminalize, and the numbers of drug usage went down. In Switzerland as well, they have a certain place where people can have all their drugs, and it's like under supervision. In the Netherlands and Czech Republic, Croatia and Australia and Mexico and Ecuador, and there's other countries as well who have done like the same kind of process where they've either decriminalized it to reduce the black market, or they have done like these little booths in order to like have people like get some of the drugs. But however, it has it's been controlled. But this does not increase the drug usage in the ages. I do agree that there are people in young ages, but once something is legalized, then people will kind of just forget about it, and then they won't think about like going behind the law. And thank you.
Okay, let's go on to person 3 from Kristen David.
And when can we ask questions?
And person 6. We're going to make person 6 questions and attack as a team. Go ahead.
Illegal drugs are associated with a wide range of short and long-term health effects. They can vary depending on the type of drugs, how much and how often it is taken, and the person's general health. Overall, the effect of drug abuse can be far-reaching. They can impact almost every organ in the human body. There are many side effects such as weakened immune system, increasing risk of illness and infection, heart conditions ranging from abnormal heart rates to heart attacks and collapsed veins and blood vessels infections from injected drugs. Finally, drugs are also able to target muscles and skin tissues and increase the aging rate. Take a look at the following pictures, and it displays a series of pictures on the changes of the appearance of these drug addicts. So as you can see, there's a dramatic change in their skin and their muscle tissue on their face. Therefore, I strongly believe that your team needs to re-examine the pros and cons of the uses of drugs.
Thanks, David. Let's move on to person 3. Are you ready?
Yeah, okay. So more of an emotional story about the use of drugs. Since Hanchi, since Hanchi talked about like muscle tissue, face, skin, and so on, which is more not really emotional, but okay. But the pictures were taken of people who had used them for many years and in large doses. The story I'm about to say is about a young man who's 17 years old, and his name is Tristan Pearson. He was born in Texas, and he's an epilepsy victim, and his first seizure was at 12 years old. He took many different medications, pills, and everything failed him throughout the years. And in 2019, he discovered CBD oil, which really helped him with the seizures, and started lowering them and increasing his focus in school and so on, because he had headaches, vomiting almost every day, so he got more focus in school. And CBD oil had many relieving symptoms, and helps in also in many other things. Some diseases that are affected by the CBD oil, which only has CBD, not the THC, which makes you high. This is a substance. Are Parkinson's, epilepsy, Huntington's, and sleep disorders.
Let's move on to person 4 to invite Data's presentation.
Say it like it's medical is not important.
Ready, Mark? Okay.
So as we know that drugs could make a lot of damage to the human body, and using drugs has very high concurrency rates of both intravenous drugs and HIV. According to the data from 1980 to 2017, there are 70,237 people died from drugs overdose in the US in 2017, and the number is still increasing. Also, the thing that was shocking to me is that even the college students in the US are beginning to be affected with drugs. And according to the data from monitoring future companies, there are 41% of students use the illegal drugs, and 38% of college students tried marijuana, and 4.6% of college students daily use marijuana. And 2/3 of these students believe that using marijuana is not dangerous. Therefore, considering our generation's future, drugs should not be decriminalized. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark. Let's go on to person 45. We're doing good for time, so no rush.
So, I will show you a logical way why the drugs should be legalized. So, first of all, taxes. More money will be for government, because when they will be legalized, we have to buy them in the shop, and they will include taxes. So it will raise money for the government, and economic position of the country could increase. Also, less money spent on prison because less violence, less crime. Um, yeah. Then reduction of the black market. So murder, drugs cartel, reduce violence, reduce money spent on police protection. A lot of trees are cutted because of the needed in the space of to grow cocaine plants. And by legalization, we can manage special place for this. In Portugal, has seen dramatic drops in overdoses, HIV infection, and drug-related crime. And we can see in the decrease in death in Portugal since 2001, where the deaths was like around 80% to 2019, which is around 10. Higher and better economy for the country, and also logic. If drugs will be legalized, less people will want them, because people always want what is unavailable for them, especially teenagers. And health benefits. Ecstasy can treat post-traumatic stress disorder and anxiety. So some drugs actually can treat some disorder illnesses and mental disorders.
Okay, guys, I'm going to give you 5 minutes as a team to write down some questions that you want to ask the other team for the attack. You can do a little further research if you need. If there's something you heard them say, like something nice about Portugal or whatever, you can research that and develop that. So at 9:20, which is actually 4.5 minutes, I'm going to ask you guys to, and everyone should participate. Okay, that's the interaction piece. So you might want to say who's going to ask what question. So work together quickly, do some research, and then in 4 minutes we're going to go. Okay. Before who owns the document? Your speeches document, by the way. Okay, can you share that with me? Thanks. Okay, guys, let's get working together. Who owns the speeches document? Who owns the speeches document? Okay, could you share that with me? The one that you were
I did mine on the recording.
Okay, can you copy and paste your stuff in there and just go ahead and share it with me, and then you guys can did Rob share it with you?
Yeah, if I have just bullet points, should I just go for bullet
You can give it to me in your class.
Okay.
Yeah, you're meant to use a note card, guys, so let's do it, because that's what you have to do in your oral.
So I already have a book.
So just, can you write down 4 questions at least, so that's at least 1 question per person you'll be asking. So it goes down here. Feel free to do a little research later. Write down at least 4 questions here that you guys want to ask as a team. Yeah, great. Add them on there. No, write them down. So your other teammates can see them too. One little thing, just a tip too, when you're finishing your speech, just like link back. Everybody should link back to your argument. That's why we believe that drug consumption should be a crime, or that's why we believe drugs should be decriminalized. Just link back to that, like just so that you're doing a good paragraph too. It's a nice way to just finish. everyone's expected to ask or answer a question. Okay, so you think I should stop drug testing kids? I'm gonna call the nurses out of drug testing. One more minute.
How much questions for this?
Okay. Poor John didn't get to participate. You think governments pay that? So you ever see there's a classic movie. It's called Midnight Train. It's about this with hash jerky. It's a true story. He escapes from Greece or something. It's in the 80s. Kind of an interesting story.
Mr. Business Forest movie.
That's like his hero. Alright guys, finish up your questions. We're going to take 10 minutes to do this, so you can ask questions, you can respond. This is going to be more spontaneous, more natural, part of your grade as well. So make sure you're asking, answering, participating, and give a chance to other people to talk to. Okay, then we'll finish up with Burak and with Masha for the conclusions after that. You ready? Okay, let's go.
Who's starting?
Let's start with David's team here. I'll give you 5 minutes to ask your questions. And
What are the benefits of decriminalization compared to legalization of drugs?
Sorry?
What are the benefits of decriminalization compared to legalization of drugs?
So there is a reduction of legal penalties. So you won't be like straight away thrown into jail. And then also it reduces the incursion of black market.
But what are the benefits for, like, let's say, drug addicts? How to improve their own health? It's not about the society benefits.
Well, there are like in certain countries, like I mentioned, Switzerland, Portugal, they decriminalized the drug. So therefore, it's being in booths. These are booths that are being supervised and controlled for people to go in and take what they want. But they don't take all of it because it's being controlled.
But don't you think that decriminalization promotes drug addiction?
No, because as I saw the data in Portugal, it's clear evidence that they made drugs decriminalized, and it actually decreased the death to since 8% to 10%.
But what if it's not about the decriminalization, but just about the country, just about their own laws and economic state? For example, you were like suggesting the example of Portugal and Switzerland, but we all know that like Switzerland is one of the safest countries in itself. Maybe it's not about the decriminalization of drugs.
But then you have different countries, safe country, Switzerland, and then more violent country, which is Portugal. And in both cases, it's working. So then you have both sides.
anybody else want to ask?
Also in Croatia was the same thing. If for personal use, but if you have more than a certain amount, you could get fined from 500 to 2,500 euros for that
But it
amount.
wouldn't stop people. People can be really rich and they still can pay many fines.
Okay, depends. They can keep on paying the fines because they're broke.
The thing I'm saying is that decriminalization is like benefit more for government rather than for people, because government gets more money from taxes, as you said. Like they will pay fine like 500, but who's gonna get the benefit?
But if government will earn more money from decriminalization,
government insurance.
Mark has a question.
If the government wants to earn the money, why do they have to choose the worst way, which is selling drugs? Like there are several choices. Like
If what?
if the government wants to earn the money, why do they have to sell the drugs? Like they can choose other ways.
Where?
Why?
Why? Because if they will sell the drugs, then they will take the drugs will include taxes.
Yeah, but
And
that's the worst way. Like they have other ways.
They do
No,
that
but then they
with alcohol,
encourages
right?
people not to pay that much, because like, if think about it, if you wanted to get a drug and it costs you, I don't know, say like 300 like a month, you don't want to pay 300, so that's gonna encourage people like, okay, well, what's the point of this? Go like not, your option is not either you do pay it or you don't pay it. And if you don't pay it, then it reduces the amount.
But how to solve the problem of drug addiction? The decriminalization just like lesser evil. It's not the solution. Because even in like people as a human, we have like if something is for us not available, like it's blocked and we don't have access to this, we want this more than if it's like legalized and we can just take it if we want. Like it's especially in teenagers.
Could I interject and say, did Mohammed or Purdue ask a question? Go ahead, Mohammed.
You want to legalize drugs for making it less crime, so like because of the dog market, like a black market and something, so the crimes will go lower. But drug is addictive chemical, and if people does not have any, if someone doesn't have any money to buy a drug, so they're going to steal something or they're going to do something to earn the money to be able to use that drug again. So it will increase the crime again.
But using statistics, it will decrease crime. So probably they will, instead of stealing, which is like more difficult and you have to plan this and like it saves you a lot of effort, instead of this, they will just don't use drugs.
But the drug is addictive.
Also alcohol
This
is
was
addictive and tobacco is addictive as well.
Yeah, it's addictive when
But
you
it
take
isn't
it, but
drugs,
if
no.
you don't take it because you don't have money, you don't have access,
So
you don't
most
have
of the people are right now they're like they're not eating food, they're smoking cigarettes because it's addictive. And
But
like
this is-
those are having a hard time in their
Yes, but for example, in Canada, then they really increase taxes like even twice for cigarettes, and now it's like almost all Canada are not smoking. Like it's really less
Same
percent.
for them,
Question.
which is like,
Does the statistics say like what the statistics says? Like what are the information there? You're saying statistics. The Canadian? Canada, or you were just saying about statistics to Mohammed? Yeah. Can you like tell me? I showed during this. No, I'm just saying.
Show me
statistics.
Show me
Show me.
I want numbers.
Okay.
Does the statistics include people with different incomes level?
Yes. If someone is supposed to
I'll
Statistics.
tell you what, guys, let's pause it there. Masha, you look up that statistic if you find it, let us know. And let's turn it over to the others.
But I have asked question.
We'll go back to you. Let's turn it over to Kara's team to ask questions. Questions, Kara's team.
Go, your turn.
Okay, Brooke.
Sıç içine yer yaptığımız o.
Turkish language
Go ahead, Brooke.
So governments are spending billions of dollars each year to stop drug wars. And I'm going to give statistics. USA is annually spending $51 billion on drug wars, and it has been $1 trillion since 1971. Check the statistics. And so, what if they legalize and earn tax revenue from it, and they can spend tax revenue on raising awareness about the use of correct drugs? So, like, imagine yearly $50 million can spend on just raising awareness of how to use drugs, where to use drugs, what to do if there's any problems while using drugs.
How to get the high,
What's the
when is the
question? Sorry,
overdose
what's the
women, consciousness they deal to use the high.
Question. I think your question.
Question yok ki ona.
The question is,
it's one of the supporting them.
Yes, join us.
You said
I said,
you said that U.S. government is spending billions to teach people what should they do. They
no,
problem
they're
solve.
spending 50 billion annually to attack against cartels. We are saying they can spend this on raising awareness. They put taxes on it.
Okay.
And not spend on
And
cartels.
also you said they're telling people what they should do.
No, I'm not saying they are telling, but I'm saying if they make this money, they should do it. I'm saying why they cannot do this.
Okay. How many times do you listen when Mr. Mekana is talking about iski? You don't listen. What?
You mean I of course
You don't listen to anything. Yeah, how many times do you listen to alcohol consumption?
I don't listen. You cannot do this.
You don't listen?
There's 400 people listening to Mr. McKenna each year talking about the same stuff.
Yes, they don't listen basically.
Because you don't listen to
Let's get back to the point though. Let's get back to the point about drug legalization.
Okay, so if they don't listen, like people
who's saying you don't listen?
What are we talking about?
He's saying people are not listening. I'm saying if you're not listening, you cannot attract other people not listening.
Let me give a chance to someone else on the team.
Nancy.
Alex has questions.
Even if the drugs right now are not legalized, but we still have a problem, which is drug usage. So how you will decrease drug usage if you don't want to legalize them? So by delegalizing, how you want to reduce drug usage?
So have you realized that by decriminalizing them will promote citizens?
You will promote, but right now we are promoting. We have delegalized drugs.
But now
So
you're asking to
but we
decrease the
still-
use of
no, no,
drugs,
but we
and now you're
still-
promoting them to use it.
But we still have problem, which is drug addiction. So if you already delegalized drugs and you still have problem, what you will also do to decrease this?
So we can use the policy same as in China, like the person who uses drugs.
Yeah, communism, yeah.
Let him speak. Go ahead, Mark.
Like, so we can use the same policy as in China. Like the
Can you
person
explain that, Mark?
like the person who uses drugs will be executed.
I agree completely.
Like
So anyways, if they use drugs, they're going to die.
Well,
So
you're
it's-
saying, no, if you teach them, so you're saying not help people, just kill them.
Yes.
Okay, let's
But
get
what happens if a lot of people will flee in our country? How you will earn money in this country? Population.
You won't earn money.
Okay, so you
They
think-
will reduce population.
So the economy of the country
One
will
compared here and Canada.
Look, 1 second. If you
Different
talk
Karen-
about
Karen
drugs
has a
in other countries, they are not using drugs, like at least.
Let's hear from
Look.
Karen. Karen has a question. Go ahead, Karen.
Mark, you said that if you did in China, then everything everywhere in China. Are you aware that like not every country wants to be the same? Like they want to have their own laws, they want to have their own like rules and everything.
One more minute, guys.
If you were to like do the same as China, I don't think it either would work or it would not work. But I mean, how I see it, it probably would not work
It's
because
what the facts in China.
That's what?
Just facts.
that's facts.
Like it's already successful.
What for we?
Yes.
Wait, so where's like the actual like proof that this actually happened?
Show us the statistics.
He's a big proof.
Yes, clean point. Clean point. It's the drug system. If he's positive, he's positive.
That's only anecdotal evidence. That's not.
I know.
Let's take a little pause there.
I don't like it.
Let's take a little pause there because I want to give time to the closing arguments. If we have more time, we can ask some more questions. I'm just going to put the camera back over here. So I'll invite Masha to finish up and then Burak.
No, then I go for ladies first.
Should I?
Ladies first.
Sir, there's no time for my question.
At the end.
Can we check once a day? I'm sure he is like so smart.
Like so, Mark open the door.
Okay.
Nowadays, the treatment resources are not sufficiently large enough to handle the influx of millions of new drug addicts from the legal system. The decriminalization of drugs will lead to loss of control and power over this industry. There is no guarantee for us that every individual takes the exact prescribed dose and doesn't abuse drugs. Especially individuals with a biological predisposition toward addiction may be more likely to experiment with drugs if they don't fear legal persecution. Unfortunately, this flaw of the system might throw a bigger number of crimes under the influence of drugs. Drug abuse affects the world's criminal justice, healthcare, and social service. I'm talking about persons okay. Although bans on the import, manufacture, sale, and possession of drugs such as marijuana, cocaine, and heroin should remain, drug policies need to be improved. Neither legalization nor decriminalization is the answer. Rather, more resources and energy should be devoted to research, prevention, and treatment, and each citizen and institution should take responsibility to combat all substance abuse and addiction.
Okay, let's finish it.
So, people have civil liberties and freedom in most of the countries. Maybe not in China or not in Iran, but in most of the countries they have freedom. So while people can get educated on anything else on the world, why they cannot get educated on using drugs smartly? As we all know, drugs are commonly illegal around the world, and it is causing huge problems such as cartel wars, leading to thousands of deaths and billions of wasted money. If we legalize the drugs, there is the black market is going to disappear, and this means governments should not focus on the cartels outside of their country, but they can focus on how can they increase the health on their own country. In conclusion, people have the right to consume any product they want as far as they are in the requirement age. Like tobacco is 21 in USA, 18 in Europe, same as alcohol. So I am asking, if we keep living like we used to do, you think we are going to start reading about the disgusting actions cartels are taking each day only to produce more illegal drugs? And that is why we believe changes are going to benefit people and the government. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. David, you have a question?
Right, so regarding Artenis' speech, he proposed that the CBD is able to cure seizures. However, have you realized that CBD is a type of toxin? If you don't know what toxin is, it's a type of poison, easier words. And it has detrimental effects in the long term, as I mentioned, like heart problems, facial, muscle, skin, tissue damage.
Taken in small doses, no. I think there's more research than you know about.
But you know, all these drugs are made out of toxins, and CBD is one of them. They belong to the same category, so they have pretty much the same effect
But
on human
everything
health.
can be toxin. Even if you take a lot of vitamin C, which is vitamin for the body, if you overdose vitamin C, that is also
Yes, the point is that if you don't overdose, vitamin C is good for